we decided to get ourselves a new roof tent. If you've been following our channel, we used to have a Falcon XL. The dimensions of the tent closed fits perfectly on our truck bed, which is actually one of the reasons we decided on getting this tent. It's about 60 inches in length, about 50 inches in width, and 10 inches in thickness. As you can see, the outer shell of the Condor Overland is fully aluminum. Our last tent, the Falcon XL, was also fully aluminum. It was pretty rugged. I liked that it was pretty resilient to the elements. One of the pluses of the Condor Overland is that you could put M8 bolts, as you can see in these T-tracks. You could mount things like a shovel, an awning, or more lights or anything like that here. You have T-tracks on all four sides, 2 in the front and rear, and 3 on the sides. One thing I like about this tent is that it's a lot easier to open and close than the Falcon XL. I mean, it's a lot easier to close, not open. The Falcon XL was really easy to open, but it was a pain in the ass to close because you had to put like all your weight down onto it. The Falcon XL was a lot slimmer than this one. It was about 7 inches. Another thing is that the ladder is inside this tent, so you don't actually have to carry the ladder in your truck bed, and you could actually put more bedding and stuff in here than you would normally with say a slim profile tent like the Falcon. I'm gonna go ahead and open the tent. There's a little bungee cord here that keeps this part cinched up. It makes it a lot easier for everything to kind of close in when you're closing and opening the tent. Keeps everything nice and neat. There's a pull cord here, as you can see. And babe, if you look up a little bit, I think you could store pillows here, a blanket, and a couple things inside the ladder, this area here. So you could actually probably get your whole bedding, maybe like a thin sleeping bag as well. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open the ladder. You have to use the ladder in order to flip this bottom side of the tent over. The tent actually comes with this piece right here that protects the ladder, or protects the inside of the tent from the ladder. And the tent actually comes with 6 of these awning poles, and it does come with 2 of these shoe holders. They actually clip onto these little hooks down here, as you can see. One thing I contacted Roofnest about was their annex. At this point in time, I don't think they have an annex available. I emailed them. They said they don't have one in production yet, but hopefully soon they'd be able to create one, because that's one of the reasons we decided to get the Condor. I'm going to set up the awning as we speak. It takes about maybe a minute or 2 to get all 6 awnings set up. The total setup time for this tent style, I think, takes about 3 minutes. The hardest part on setting up the tent, for me personally, is the ladder. I haven't gotten used to it yet. With our previous tent, the Falcon, it's not necessarily connected to the bottom panel of the tent, so it doesn't really have to rely on the ladder to stay put. So this is one of the awnings. This is the rain fly. I'll show you inside. It's pretty cool because there's a sky view on the inside. You could actually roll up the rain fly and you could stand up on top of the tent, and there'd be an unobstructed 360-degree view from that location. These are the gas struts. I'm not really sure how many pounds of strength it has, but it's very sufficient for this aluminum shell. All right. So for the most part, that's what the setup looks like. I ran into a little issue. It's hard for me to actually open this side of the awning because the insertion point for the tent pole is deep into kind of the center. It's right next to the cab of the truck, so it's hard for us to do it. But anyways, we just kind of leave it flapped like that for now until maybe I adjust the insert location for the poles, and we could make those adjustments later on. I'll show you what it looks like. These are actually two different bags. There's a lot of storage locations here, and you could put your shoes there. Rain cover. You could actually roll it up, as you can see. This one's also a little bit different. As you can see, you could put tools and shoes and an iPad or whatnot inside there. There's plenty of storage in the Condor Overland.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the tent fully deployed. One of the cool things is, even though this is a compact truck bed, sorry for the mosquito, it's a compact truck bed. Collapse, it was about 60 by 50. Open, it gives you even more space. So on the inside, it's probably the size of a full-size roof tent or a queen mattress on the inside. There's plenty of room. And in regards to, in comparison to the Falcon XL versus the Condor, I like it because this part of the tent, I'll show you inside in a bit, it's more vertical, so you actually have more space on the inside than, say, a 45-degree angle wedge tent. So, and the tent itself is actually only 165 pounds, which is pretty light in terms of, so if you think about it, this is 165 pounds. The tonneau cover and the rack is about 100 pounds. So in total, it's about 250, 265 pounds, which isn't much for, say, a Ranger, which has a payload capacity of like 1,400 pounds. So overall, it's a light tent, easily removable with two people, and you know, smaller, compact. So we really like the dimensions of it. Hi, babe. All right, everyone. This is the view from the inside the tent. A little bit covered there. Here's the skylight. It's pretty, especially if you like to stare at the stars, or you can actually stand up there and film, or just, you know, kind of see what's going on. Here's the view. Pretty. This is actually very comfortable. The mattress, I believe it's like a 2-inch mattress. Plenty of space for both of us. The tent is actually supported by this metal pole, as you can see here. When you open the tent, this pole deploys, and it helps strengthen the tent against wind and elements. So as you can see, my back is up against the aluminum shell of the tent. My leg is fully extended. I'm about 5'10", so there's actually quite a bit of room all the way towards, there's another probably 4 feet from the bottom of my foot to the end of the tent. So inside the tent, it's probably 50 inches, 60 inches on the inside in width. And there's plenty of room here, actually. You could open all the windows, let the air flow through. Babe, you want to show them the lights? Got it. So there's actually lights that come with the tent. You could actually take it out, relocate it. It comes with this cool bag for your power bank. It doesn't have a battery, it uses a power bank battery, so whatever you have, and you know, it works pretty well. There's this cool item holder. There's the bag here that you could put your iPad, your iPhone, your Android, whatever, and you could watch movies. The wall's nice and flat. I like to put my head in this location. I like to lay down, and where my head is actually elevated, so it's actually a perfect position for me to watch movies, or, you know, look up at the sky, look up the left and right. It's really nice in here, pretty comfortable. We're expected to do a lot of adventures in this, so definitely want to sleep somewhere that's comfortable and spacious and easy to deploy, very light. Alright guys, so I just wanted to give a final walk around of the Condor Overland on our Ranger trimmer 2021. As you can see, overhangs a little bit. I like this little spot here. You could actually walk through it or find shelter from the rain. This is our spot. Totally beautiful, this time in all times of year. This is the rear of the tent. There's the entrance on the passenger side. You can actually flip it around if you'd prefer to have it on the driver's side. Here's the top of the condo overland, fully aluminum. It's a handsome looking tent, actually. Anyways, that's what we have. Wanted to give you guys a quick, some thoughts, quick overview of the features. Happy with it so far, and I'll definitely be updating you guys in the future as to our thoughts and things we learn about the tent overall. Okay. Alright guys, so we spent last night inside the condo overland. Yesterday I was actually pretty ecstatic that this part of the tent was elevated about between 10 and 20 degrees. Overnight, sometimes I do like to lay on my side or my stomach, so it did lead me to doing a lot of tossing and turning overnight. My wife actually preferred that it is a little bit elevated. So I did a little bit of quick research online. It seemed like a lot of other people were having this same exact problem. As you can see, there's no ladder involved, so it's not that the ladder is keeping it lifted. Every time I pull this down to try to flatten it, as you can see, it pops back up. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the gas struts, as you can see in the back end. Ribbit, follow me. As you can see, there's some gas struts here that help keep this part open. Unfortunately, I don't have an Allen key on hand. I have every other tool in the world, but I don't have an Allen key that would fit this. So I think if I was able to adjust it laterally, it would help me flatten this out. So that was the only issue that I really experienced overnight. Again, I like to sleep on my stomach. There's no ladder involved, so I wish I could find a way to make this lay flatter. Anyways, I just wanted to give that quick update on this video.